Good morning. It's February 6th. I'm back. Last time I walked, I was walking downtown and it was extreme cold morning and minus 26 plus wind chill, and now it's just below freezing and feels like spring. So, thus the time change, the weather changes. Um, yeah, normally on Mondays I'd walk along the lake, along the creek, but happens I have to go to a doctor's appointment downtown, so this will be a downtown walk. And I'll get back to longer stuff this week. Especially with the weather being nicer, I'm more inclined to get out. So if you did miss me, I was in Seattle. Chose not to do any walking while I was there. I was mostly stuck in the hotel on a conference anyway. Pub West, which is a publishers conference for publishers in the western part of the US and Canada. And I was sent on behalf of Sask Books, the Saskatchewan Publishers Group, which I'm vice president. So, had to focus on that. Took lots of notes, and I'll make some sort of report here. It was interesting. A lot of the publishers are way bigger than I am, which is not too surprising because most publishers are way bigger than I am who are publishing. But still, it was very interesting to hear other publishers and meet with people, and had some good receptions and visited a local bookstore, which was quite wonderful. Elliott Bay Books. Huge. The heck? Are they tearing this house down? They're tearing it down or expanding it. Actually, it's new construction on the back, so they must be doing an extension. We're supposed to be having an extension built if we ever get our building permit, which I hope is coming. Oop, I see my microphone is tilted over to the side. There, that should be better. I'll walk into the door there. And they're back at work over here. The milder weather is bringing people out. I should check with our contractor and the engineering firm that's supposed to be getting us our building permit. It's been quite the nightmare, that. Our extension was supposed to have been done last summer, and there's a foundation, but nothing else. They did build our deck, which was nice, but I can't really enjoy it too much when it's still a construction zone back there. So this new doctor, I have to change doctors because my doctor, who's been my doctor since 1988, is retiring. Funny that. Also funny, he was actually on the airplane with me last night, coming back from, the night before last, I guess, coming back from Vancouver. He was sitting behind me. Anyway, so I had to find a new doctor, and glad I found one in fairly short order here. It's not always easy to find a new doctor, a new family doctor. But a family doctor is just my doctor. My wife has a different doctor. General practitioner, I guess, is the better term. Windy, but sunny and very mild. Quite pleasant. I don't think I'm going to make the light here, but I guess I can go up. Another block to see if I happen to catch it better before I need to get over out. But you can see how much melting there is going on. Sure sign of warmth. This time of year, the sun gets higher, and anytime it gets close to freezing, you'll get some melting. Even down to a few degrees below freezing, it'll still melt. Hello. That's the fan. Hello. I'm doing fine. As far as I know. Tons of publishing stuff I'm working on, editing. And I'm still writing. In fact, I'll be doing that after I go to the doctor. I'll be having lunch down here and working on that musical I'm writing. I'm not supposed to ride bicycles on the sidewalk, but people do. You can see that one has the big fat tires for riding on the snow and the ice. Looks like I'll catch this one pretty good for crossing. Perfect. Got Albert Street there on a warm February day for us. It's going to be at or above freezing for a few days, then it'll dip again, but not too as cold as it was. I think there's a little snow in the forecast. So some will melt. We'll get some more. Still a long time from the big melt when everything goes. That will come. Someone's worked on this sidewalk since it warmed up. There's doctor's offices in this building to my left, so that's where all these people are headed. Up there. My doctor's not there. I have to cross at some point, so I might as well do it now. This is a one-way street, so I can see nobody's coming. Hi, Kirk in Vancouver. I was just in Vancouver Airport. Mostly in Seattle. It's quite the short little hop on the airplane from Vancouver to Seattle. 25 minutes in the air. 12,000 feet. Up and down. I barely have time to run through the cabin and give you water or orange juice, and that's it. Everything was right on time coming back, which was nice. And on time going, too. Which is also nice. So close enough to being on time anyway. Unlike the trip my wife just made. She was hours late getting in to Ottawa. I think it makes as much sense to stay on this street as to go the other way. Fireside Bistro there. I'll probably eat dinner there one night this week since I'm on my own. It's a handy walking distance. Pretty good food, kind of expensive, but I'll splurge a little bit. I'm wearing my hat. I'm warm enough walking, I don't even feel I need that. But I might feel differently if I took it off. Kind of the old style apartment building with the inner entrance so that everybody had outside windows. Kind of a plan that predates air conditioning. Oh, is that another hello? No. This is 15th we're walking along, if you're wondering. There's the Prince Charles. Should be renamed the King Charles now, I guess. Unless it's named after Bonnie Prince Charlie. And not the current Prince Charles. But from the age of the building, I suspect they named it after Prince Charles when he was still young. What time is it? I am doing okay. Doctor's probably running slow anyway. One thing about Dr. McMillan, who's just retiring, you almost never had to wait more than a few minutes for him. That's not true of all doctors. And my friend who connected me with this doctor, because she likes him, did say she once waited an hour and a half for him. So we'll see. Appointment's supposed to be at 11, but we'll see. Yeah, I'll just stay on 15th here. Condo building that we have a condo in is right there. College Court, it's called. Used to be where Central Collegiate was. One of the old high schools, which was gone before I even moved to Regina, I think. It might have been there, but wasn't still active, I don't think, even back then. It's hard to remember, though. You always feel like the city hasn't changed at all, but of course it's changed a lot. And those... Oh, there's a different one. Yes. I'm trying to read it. Yeah, it's quite lovely here today. It's not always, but it is today. We are one of the sunniest. Saskatchewan is one of the sunniest places in Canada. Sometimes it's sunny and 30 below, like the last time I walked, but sometimes it's sunny and mild, like today. This is Central Park. Not that Central Park, but our Central Park. Just a couple more blocks here. I figured this would be about the same time as walking to the hotel, and it's very similar. About 20 minutes for me. I do walk fairly fast. Look at that melty street. Tennis courts up there behind that apartment building. I don't think I've ever seen anybody playing tennis on them, but they're there. I presume people do. The nets are up. You could play this weather. Maybe a permanent. Is that a net? No, that's not the net. Never mind. Nets are not up. That was a fence. That looked like a net. Not a net, but a net. Oof. I'll go up here and around the corner, and we'll basically be there in a minute. Hello? Sanctanu, I guess? Now, I could go through here down the alley. It might not really be a good way through. I'll go up to Broad and around the corner. This is a fairly new building here. Condos. These are, I remember these being new. It's got to be at least 20 years ago now. They're townhouses, I guess you'd call them. When that was built, it was a coffee shop. Now it's doctor's offices. Or possibly nothing. I don't know if anything's in there right now or not. But I remember when it was a coffee shop. And at the time, I thought it was nice, but I didn't think the location was all that great. And I guess I was right, because it didn't last. This is Broad Street. There's kind of two main north-south roads through downtown, and this is the other one, Albert Street, that we crossed back there at the lights some time ago now. Is the main north-south stretch. And again, lots of melting going on here. So my doctor's office is in here, Broad Street Clinic. They have some new doctors now accepting clients, so that's good. We need new doctors. Once I get over to the sidewalk here, I'll turn this off. Doctors parking only. Misplaced apostrophe, of course. Well, if there's more than one doctor, it is anyway. All right, so I'll stop here. I'll be back this afternoon sometime for the walk home. So thanks for walking with me on this lovely, mild February morning. And I will talk to you later. Good afternoon. It's still February 6th. And as you can see, it's still a beautiful day. And I'm heading home. So there you go. Look at that blue sky. Okay, off we go. Just an ordinary walk home. I think we'll just stick to Victoria here since it's such a pretty day. The wind is a little sharp, but nothing serious by our standards. It's right around freezing, I think. Maybe a couple of degrees below. I think it was supposed to stay a couple of degrees below freezing air temperature, but the sun is warm when you're in the sun. You can see water. It's been warm enough to melt a little bit. I mostly spent my lunch hour, well, it's almost 4 o'clock now, isn't it? It's after 4 o'clock, so I spent a lot of time at the hotel working. But I was focused on some of the tasks around the upcoming Kickstarter for Shapers of Worlds Volume 4, the next anthology featuring guests of my podcast. By the way, I had a new podcast out yesterday. It's the Land Times building. Featuring Monty Schultz. And if that last name is familiar, it should be because Monty is the eldest son of Charles M. Schultz, the creator of Peanuts, which is very interesting. He's also written a few novels, and his most recent one falls into my bailiwick, in that it's a dystopian science fiction novel called Metropolis, published by Fantagraphics. So it was fun to talk to him. Metropolitan United Church there, looking also nice in the sun with the blue sky. Shame about the traffic light in the middle of the picture, but can't have everything. We should lose that once we get a little further here. There we go. Good grief, there's even a puddle I have to avoid here. That's how warm it's been. I have a bunch of podcast interviews lined up. I'm kind of booked right in well into April now at this point, so turned down some people for that reason. There's the Balfour, my favorite apartment building over here. And of course, that City Hall there. The sun shining off of it there. Quite blinding, actually. More so for my eyes than for the camera, which adjusts better, I think. The sun's actually over there. And already quite low, even though the days are getting longer. We're not out of the winter yet. I did something, I pulled a muscle or something a week or so ago, and it's making one side of my body ache when I walk, which is very annoying, but I'm tough. This is the courthouse, so there must be some court news happening over there at the TV crew. It is chillier on this. Oh, there's another TV crew up here, so must be something has been decided or some court case is going on. City Hall, North Canadian Oil's building, and some TV crew in my way. Oh well. They're on my camera too. You can see from the flags there, it's pretty windy. Must be CTV because that's their van. It's a silly place for them to set up. Anyway, there you go. That was the CTV news crew. Now they're on my YouTube channel. I have so little respect for them anymore. I don't think she was recording, but she may have been. Didn't really look like it, but they had to see me coming. Speaking of something coming, oh, there goes fire engine. No expense spared to make this an exciting video for you. I had somebody complaining that they're all the same, which I said, well, if you're bored, don't watch. I'm not gonna. They're not about high production values, they're just about walking in Regina. Strong smell of cattle coming from somewhere. Boy, that's bright. One nice thing about nice days on this side of the street with this brick wall, this particular piece of sidewalk clears off very nicely. Why does it smell so much like cattle? You know the smell I mean. It's like there's a cattle truck somewhere, but quite pronounced. Well, I don't have smell-o-vision. I suppose that'd be another way to spice up these videos. We're blocking the crosswalk here, which is always annoying. Another big puddle. Guess we'll go down this side because that one's still got a ways to go before it changes. Number one fire hall here. I can't see a thing on the screen, so if you say hi, I probably won't see it. Very bright, not a cloud in the sky. I have to decide where am I going to eat tonight? Am I going to eat at home or am I going to go out to eat? I'm all on my own this week, so I have to decide. What used to be La Bodega up here, which is a place I always used to like to go, is turning into a cantina kind of Mexican place, it looks like. But I don't think they're open yet. If they were, I'd totally give them a shot. There's First Presbyterian Church, where we were married. Over there is the Cat Cafe. And I still smell cattle. Very distinctly, that smell of money if you're a rancher, but it's a smell of something else if you're not. Looks like I missed this one too. Still, I think I'll cross here just so I can check out the restaurant over there, see if there's anything about when they're going to open. Just have to wait a few minutes here. There's a more sunlit view of First Presbyterian, where we got married 25 years ago. I'm looking back down up Albert. It's a very pretty blue sky today. Always a long wait this corner. There we go. It'll change in a minute. 2, 1, 0, and liftoff. Also easier to see over here on the shady side of the street. At this time of day, you're not allowed to park in the lane closest to the sidewalk. That's where the guy in the yellow jacket is there. So here's the new place. Let's see, it has Blanco Cantina, opening soon, which would seem to indicate not open yet, so I guess I won't be eating there this time around. Well, my wife will be away again in a couple of weeks, so I'll have another opportunity to eat out on my own, so maybe it'll be open by then. I think that little coffee shop there may have closed. I was only ever in it once or twice. It wasn't very conducive to what I like a coffee shop for, which is writing. There's Class X Studios, where my daughter danced and worked. During the year she was home because of COVID, taking all her classes online. She also had a part-time job there, made some money, which was helpful. And I think we'll have her home for another year as she takes a gap year between graduating university and going to graduate school. After graduate school, who knows? She's studying kinesiology and particularly interested in working with dance companies. And could take her anywhere in the world, that. I hope it's somewhere we can get to easily. She's our only daughter, so you know, we don't want to be too separated. We'll tiptoe through the Petrocan station here. If you're wondering what the prices are, look quick. That's annoying. Don't want to get run over by him. Is he stopping? He's still beeping. He stopped beeping. It sounds like he put on the brakes, so hopefully we can get around him here without getting run over. There's the back of the original Saskatchewan Government Telephones building, now part of the Royal Saskatchewan Museum. This is the back of the Leopold's, it's called. Don't go in there very often, despite it being so close. This was the second SaskTel building, telephone building. Now it has other things in it. I'll go into the shade. Oh, actually, I won't, because not really a good way through there. I'll find shade here in a moment. Not that anybody has said hello on this portion of the walk. I seem to be being ignored. I guess it's the time of day. There's some shade. Let's see, what are my numbers showing? Looks like 1 Facebook and 1 YouTube watching live. I'm not sure the Twitter count works. It should be streaming on Twitter too. I don't think I've ever seen a number there, so I'm not sure it actually registers that. And here's Angus Crescent. He's home. Anyway, you may already be home, or you may be somewhere else. Or you may be watching the recording from anywhere in the world. On the way down, I had somebody say hi from India. I've talked to people all over the world doing this. It's quite amazing, really, when you think about. It's really science fiction from when I was a kid. It's all been science fiction. I mean, when I was a kid, the internet was science fiction, so. Yeah, we'll go down this side, because I think I mostly walked down the other side when I left. The whole world is science fiction compared to when I was a kid, of course. That's just the way it goes. True of everyone. Unless you were born yesterday. And then you're not really paying any attention, so you don't care. Take us by the new house here again that they're building. Right here. They tore down one that was actually a heritage property, but wasn't too bad a shape, so they gave them permission to tear it down. This is much bigger than what was there. It was just a one-story house. This is quite a big one. Interesting to see what it looks like when it's done. See what I do about walking tomorrow. I should go along this creek because I haven't done that now for a couple of weeks, and it is a tradition. Wednesday I have to go downtown again. We'll see. Maybe later in the week I can shake it up and go somewhere different, drive a little further afield. Friday, of course, is traditionally around the lake, and I'll probably do that. So that just leaves Thursday to do something different. Oh, somebody said hi. Oh, Janet, hi. Yes, they're good in spots, not good at all in others. I am walking on the shady side of the street, which means there's more ice. And although sometimes you get worse ice on the other side because it melts and the water runs over the sidewalk and then freezes. House was recently restuccoed. Pretty pale green. I'll cross over here. There's Devon School, where Alice went to school. Graduating with the highest marks in her grade 8 class, I'm just saying. It's not like I was proud of her or anything. Okay, we will stop here. So, thanks for walking with me. Not a very long walk today in either direction, but I'm easing back into it here. And I should be back tomorrow. See you then.